Here, come here. Come over here. Hey guys, welcome back to JHB Performance Horses. This is week 4, ride number 3 on money. Today we're going to try something a little different, see how it goes. Maybe it'll go good, maybe it'll go bad, but today I have my daughter Kylie out here with me, and she's going to ride money while I ride Leo. Leo's a 3-year-old as well. I had actually started riding him. I had about 2 weeks on him, and he ended up getting hurt. We're not sure. I don't know. He was limping around for a little bit, but he's back sound, acting good. So we're going to start riding him again. I had started riding him in a bridle in a bit, and I'd only rode him for maybe 1 or 2 rides in a bridle. But so today I'm just gonna kind of get on Leo and get back to work on him and see what he remembers and what we need to work on. Kylie's gonna ride money and just kind of go over what I've been going over for the last couple weeks, and mostly it'll look hopefully a lot like what it looked like yesterday when I rode her. But yeah, keep in mind today she has a completely different saddle, completely different rider. So every time that happens, things can be a little bit weird. Hopefully she's good. But we're gonna find out. Are you excited? She's so excited. Anyways, before I get on Leo, I'm gonna actually help her get on money just as precautionary and for safety. So go ahead, put your reins over. We already cinched her up. Just go back to her like that with that again. Now you don't need to sneak around her, but okay, well, and you don't need to run at her like you're gonna attack her with the reins either. Now Kylie, I mean, she's been riding colts with me her whole life. She knows the safety of how to get on a young horse, what to do when you're first getting on one that you haven't rode a whole lot. And so she just, right there, she's just softening her up on the ground, making sure she's gonna pay attention and making sure money's not gonna kill her. Right? It don't matter. You usually do that. Depends on how stiff they are, but we're gonna see right here. Now when she gets on her, then like I said, completely new saddle, new rider, legs in a different place. Kylie has rode money once before, but it was after I had rode money for a while. So this is the first time that I haven't rode money first, and then she's gotten on her. So she's gonna do her best to try to go through all the steps and try to hold that a little bit closer. There you go. And now money is a very sensitive horse, and what I explained to Kylie is the more nervous that Kylie gets, that'll feed into the horse. The more relaxed she can be, the more relaxed money should be. Keep flexing her side to side. And while she's flexing her side to side, I'm going to go ahead and actually I got to cinch up Leo. And since I cinched him up, just walk him around. Now I rode Leo, I think on Sunday, and then I hadn't had a chance to ride him again since then, but I'm gonna start trying to be a little more consistent. Now right there, he's looking a little, so we're just gonna go back at him like that. I know. So when they don't like that, we're just gonna kind of attack him a little bit and just overwhelm him. Just, I don't know, kind of throw it at him until he's realizes it's okay. Now, because he did it mostly when I was in front of him, I'm gonna go back to the front, and I'm just kind of more or less trying to act like a drunken man in a sense, like I'm walking up to him and I'm just, trying to make him as safe and non-reactive as. Would you ask her to move? Okay, then just hold that until she softens around. I'll see if we can't both get bucked off right here, but well, if my horse goes to bucking right this minute, there's a chance he'll get bucked off. But so if you want to move away. Leo here, he's a 3-year-old. He's a full brother to a mare I used to own that I called Cleo. She was one of my favorite horses to ride. I sold her to a good friend of mine, Justin King, in 4K Performance Horses, and he has her now, and he's been winning all over on her and really loves her. I gave Leo here to my wife, and especially because the last 3 or 4 horses that I had of hers I ended up selling because they just ended up being real nice. Cleo was one of those. So anyways, I promised her that I wasn't gonna sell this one, but he's got some big shoes to fill. His sister was a rock star. A lot of horse trainers have gone broke on full brothers and sisters because one is really good and one's not. We're going to hope that this isn't the case, but even if it is, I mean, he's going to be my wife's horse. He's a really kind of quiet-minded horse. He's pretty good. She good? Okay. So when I normally do, when I get on and ride around, I start going around in some circles, make sure she's listening to your leg. So just cluck to her, use your leg, make sure she's listening to your leg, make sure she's going to bend around your leg. And I'm going to kind of go through the same motions right here on Leo. Maybe I'll go, I don't know, he's a little excitable right there. But I always find right there, the less you react to that, if they get a little jumpy, and don't grab a hold of them with your legs, the better off, or the less they tend to keep reacting to the way they were reacting. Now right there, he was leaning on my leg, and he's not in a position where, he's not trained enough that he knows how to really move away from my legs and all that like Money does. Like I said, I rode him for 2 weeks. He got hurt, and he just kind of quit limping and being lame just the other day. So for one, we're not going to push him too hard today. We're just going to get on and kind of see what he remembers from when we were riding him before. See if he's the kind of horse that retains stuff, or is he the kind of horse that you have to go over everything a lot on. But like I said, I was riding around the one way and he was bowing on my leg like he is right here. So I'm just going to turn him over here and kind of cut Kylie off, but she's going to go the other way. And I'm just kind of starting to show him that my leg means to go one way. And so at this stage, kind of like with Money, when they lean against my leg, I'll ask them a few times and then I'll just turn them the other way. So far, I'm real happy with how Money's doing. Maybe switch legs and sides and cut through the middle one of these times and go the other way, Kai. See how she listens to your leg. Use your outside leg right there when you bring her through, and your hands. Leo here, he's got somewhere to go. Shorten your inside rein right now when you're doing that, and pick up and just kind of use your leg there to hold her. There you go. See how she bends her body around your leg right there? Leo's got a little bit of, I don't know, fresh or something on his mind, so we're gonna work that off of him. And this is really kind of exciting, or this is always the funnest times for me, when I can have Kylie ride one and I can ride one, and we can spend some time together, and she can work on her horsemanship and I can kind of work on trying to explain what I'm doing and watch what she's doing and give her some pointers and help her through the ride. And also to see how that horse is doing if I can put someone else on her. Kylie usually, I bet you 95% of the horses I've trained, Kylie's, especially since she's been like probably 6, I would bet, then she's always been the one that has come along and climbed on my horses, my young 2-year-olds, and she's usually the first person to get on one after if I've been riding one. So it's always fun to see if she can get on one. Man, he's kind of wanting to buddy up right there, which is fine. I should, I don't know, ride over and work him around or more, but for now we're just going to keep riding around. Switch sides, use your legs, bring her through the center over there and go the other way. Like that. There you go. Now go in a circle the other way. Lengthen your outside rein right there. Pick up on your inside. There he wanted to kind of throw his head up and fight against that bridle, so I just kind of kept picking on him until he got soft to the bridle and followed his nose around. And that just shows you the difference of, I mean, like I said, where I had been riding him before, I had just started riding him in a bridle, and he's not like upset that he has a bridle in his mouth. He seems to remember that, but I hadn't been pulling on him a whole lot. I hadn't been asking him to get off the bridle. I'd just been kind of riding him like I would if he was in a halter still, just kind of pull on his nose, get him to follow his nose. I hadn't been really asking him to bend around my leg a whole lot yet, and that'll come. I'll probably start working on that a little bit more tomorrow, I would guess, or next time I ride him. That should be tomorrow. If I was a good husband and horse trainer, I would make sure I started riding him every day, because that's the right thing to do. Now, Kai, pick up on your inside rein, use your inside leg, and make her push away and kind of counter arc her away. No, like I want you to widen out your circle. So use your inside leg, pick up on your, like you're moving her shoulders over. So now, because she came all the way over here, I don't know if you misunderstood, but like pick up on your reins like this, like you're gonna move her shoulders, and make her move away like that way. Yeah, like you're gonna turn her around that way. There. See how she widens out and moves off your leg right there? Kind of like when you're running into a barrel on Minnie and you need to pick her up and move her over. Minnie will, well, you don't hit a lot of barrels. You've only ever hit 1, maybe 2 your whole life on Minnie. Now bring her through the circle, like pick your shoulder up, her shoulder up inside. There you go, there. See how I got you switch sides like that? That was nice. Now go over here and turn her around this barrel. Kind of treat her like you're riding up to it on Minnie, like you got to pick up your inside. There you go. Come around the barrel, and then when you come around, switch sides and bring her through. There. Now go back this way, do the same thing this way. And she wants to be real nice for you today, hey? She's not even throwing her head around and fighting against the bridle there. Kylie has pretty soft hands, sometimes too soft. She's always too worried about getting after horses. And I have to kind of get after her and tell her to be a little more firm most of the time. But too soft hands is actually better than too aggressive. You can always get a little bit more firm if you have to. It's harder if you're grabbing at the reins too quickly. If you want, you could trot her around a couple circles and see how she wants to travel for you. Just cluck to her, kind of in a faster tempo. There you go. Just try to go around in some nice circles, have her ride between your legs. Shorten your rein a little bit. Huh? What do you mean? Like post? Go for it. Let's see. Ho. Ho. Right here on Leo. He's still just fighting against. Well, just keep doing it till she gets okay with it. Also, you got to remember your legs are somewhere else. Shorten that inside rein a little bit more and put a little more weight on your inside foot. You're kind of letting her leak around there. Ask her to trot around. Use that leg to hold her up. Put that leg on her right there. There. Keep going. Shorten your outside rein. There you go. There. Now just use your leg to hold her up if you need. There. Does that make sense? Like you're kind of, I don't know if you're leaning on your outside leg too much, but she's kind of, I don't know if it's bumping her. There you go. If she wants to cut in like that, use that leg and push her all the way around. Like make her even go in a circle, like you're gonna spin her around the other way. If she leans on that leg and tries, like if you feel like you're holding her over here with your hand too much, then put that leg on her, and then, I mean, he's not gonna do it, but hold that shoulder up like this. I know, he's like, I don't know what you're trying to make me do. Go do that, but trot around, and if she leans into the circle, but if she leans in more, then push her and make her go all the way around the other way while you keep her nose to the inside as if you were still circling this way. Like she's going to be counterbent. And if she wants to lean on that leg, sit down, put your inside leg, the one that you're holding on, like to keep her out, and make her go the other way, like circle her completely the other way. So go do that again. Go trot her around. And this is always interesting and fun to watch and see because, I mean, Money's been used to me riding. Oh, there you go. You're good. Keep going. Keep going. Don't slow down right there. Keep going. You'll teach her that she can get away with stuff. So right there, just kind of push her away with your inside leg. No, inside leg. Now make her go all the way like you're going to spin her to your left. Yep. Like use your leg. You're right there. Yeah, push her. No, don't pull her nose over. You want to keep her nose because you're trying to go in a circle and she was bowing against your leg right there. So keep her nose the way, no, go back the way you were going. It doesn't matter. We're trying to go a certain way and she's not paying attention right there. And also it looks like you're having trouble communicating that cue to her. So right there, see how she pushed her shoulder to the right against your leg? Push with your right leg. Keep her nose and make her bow out and away from you. Sit down. Now make her go. Nope, you're not doing it, hun. Like I want you, when you're doing that, you got to push her completely. Like if you were coming around here, I'm not going to be able to show you because he doesn't do it right now. But if you were coming around this way and she's bowing in like this, I want you to keep this rein, keep her nose, but use your leg right here and say, hey, get off my leg. And like I said, that's too much to even ask him. But instead of turning his nose this way to do it, I want you to keep her nose to the inside because you're saying, hey, stay around my leg. She's ignoring your leg right there. So you're going to pick up with that leg and move her over, and then you're going to go all the way over around until she gets off that leg. And does that make sense? So go try that. See right there, she listened to your leg. Yep, but keep her nose bent to the right more. Well, you should have. So go around in a circle like you were before. And try to, there you go. Get her to trot. Right here. So sit down. There you go. There you go. Good job. Now come all the way around and go back this way. Bring her through there. No, with your outside. Yep. Now do that again. So anytime she cuts through or pushes against your leg right there, there's a lot of miscommunication going on. So don't let, there you go. Bring her through. Bring her all the way through. Bring her all the way through. With that leg too. The big important thing right there, keep her trotting. The big important thing right there is to make sure she's paying attention to your leg. Like to make sure she's getting away from your leg. There you go. But you still want to keep her framed up around that leg. Yeah. There. Push her away from it. Bring her all the way through. Off that leg. Off that leg. There you go. Now if she will, just try to trot around in a circle. This is fun. Keep going. See where your hand is? How high up that hand is? Remember what I said, the more if you get nervous, she'll get nervous. I know. She's actually doing pretty good, especially for the amount of she's trying to figure out what Kylie's asking. Kylie's maybe a tick nervous, but she's also still trying to figure out what she's doing with her legs here. So lengthen your outside rein just a little bit. Get your inside rein a little bit shorter. Hold more on your inside rein when you're doing this. And use that leg. There. There you go. Now just cluck to her if you need to, or squeeze a little bit with your legs like you're driving. There. That's better. Now get her to trot 2 or 3 circles all the way around without her diving in. Yep, good catch, good catch. Keep going, keep going. Keep trotting. You can't slow her down though when that happens. You have to keep trotting all the way through that. It is. Now this time when you come around this way again, well, you gotta trot, keep trotting. Yeah, just keep like kind of clucking a nice little smooth rhythm to her. That looks better though. She's starting to understand. There you go. One more circle, and then the next time you come around over here, now I want you to just sit down, ask her to stop, get her to back up. Sit down. There you go. Very nice. Look at that. And she's gonna be a big stopping horse. Now just let her sit there, bend her side to side after a minute. But just let her, make sure your legs, you're not asking anything of her with your legs. Just bend her side to side, get her to soften up to your hands. There you go. And then just let her stand, sit there. No, like finish bending her that way. I gotta be more clear about what I'm saying. See, I gotta learn how to explain what I'm trying to explain to people in a manner that they can understand without confusing them, because that's a big part of the disconnect, right? Look at that. She's even gonna lick and chew for you. Now, we're not gonna go right this minute, but whatever you do one way, we gotta do the other way, right? Well, if she does, if you go trotting off the other way and she does 2 or 3 really good right off the bat, then you only need 2 or 3. If she's going to be leaning on your leg and kind of switching speeds and bouncing in and out, then you're going to have to go around till she's not leaning on your leg, and you'll have to do the same thing the other way. If she's leaning on your leg, or she's trying to cut the corner or cut into the circle, then you'll have to go until she doesn't, until she travels around in a nice circle. I don't know, I guess, well, that camera's probably not close enough for you to see. You look like you're cross-eyed when you do that, I guess. I don't know, because you're trying to act like you are. There. You're trying to make your eyes look away from each other? I guess, well, the opposite of cross-eyed, whatever that is. Ride her ahead. Well, turn her around, but I want you to just ride her ahead, and I want you to sit down, ho, and then put your legs forward and see if she'll back up for you. There, good boy. See, I got to remember too what I'm riding over here myself. Like I said, he only had 2 weeks of riding on him before. We hadn't been doing a whole lot of backing up. Yeah, this bit, the good and the bad of it, it's a really nice bit. This is a junior cow horse with a little roller in the mouth. And, well, he's not. He's just chewing on the bri. He's just chewing on that bit. This bit, a lot of horses actually tend to really like this bit, but it does encourage them to do that, like chew on it quite a bit because it's got a little roller in the middle. It's a dog bone, so it's broken in 3 places or 2 places in the middle, I guess. It's a 3-piece mouthpiece is the word I was looking for there. But it does encourage them to roll it with their tongue and play with it a little bit more. But in a sense, they like it a lot because of that, but it also makes them want to kind of chew on it a bit. Now pick up and act like you're gonna spin. Like, don't turn her around. Use your leg. Nope, both. Well, there you go. Okay. And then if you're gonna start by walking around, make sure she's walking around in a nice circle. Make sure you can ride her around between your legs. I'm gonna slowly work a little bit on this with this horse. Put my leg on right here and just see if I can get him to step away from that. There. And I'm gonna turn him over here. Keep going, Kai. Oh, I did say for you to do that, didn't I? That's because you had your legs forward still. I did. I did, yep. I thought you were saying she was still doing it and you were wondering why, but no, she's a very smart. She knows what you're, like I said, sit down, put your feet forward. Look at that. Don't even have to pull on her face there. Hands haven't moved. Good. Huh? Well, if she didn't, then you should have bumped her with your legs. Bump your legs a little bit. Bump. No, don't bump the bridle. No. Like if she's not moving at all, it's hard to show you. If she's not moving at all, then you could pull a little bit more with your hands, but you really should move your legs more. Yeah, like him. There. Oh, like I said, I got to remember what I'm riding over here. I can't get too aggressive. I need to be soft and remember that. I mean, really, I should treat him like he only has a week of riding on him because I rode him for 2 weeks and then he didn't get rode for maybe even a month, I would guess. And then, I mean, I rode him on Sunday. I didn't do a whole lot when I did. I just kind of put a saddle on him, went and rode him around the yard a little bit in a halter on Sunday mostly, and just trying to see if I needed to go back to the round pen, which I didn't, and start over. But I didn't feel like I needed to do that. But like I said, I need to remember that he's, like I said, I should really treat him like he's got a week, but I have a bridle in his mouth. I need to just work on getting him soft. Like I said, see right here if I can get him to move away from my leg. He's confused. There, he moved away there, little step. And then bring him all the way around here. Right here he wants to lean on that, so I'll just kind of bump on him a little bit and say, hey, get off of that. And then ask him to keep going. I'm going to put my leg on him again. There. Good boy. Bring him through here again, just to encourage him to step over. Put my leg. He's a little bit lazy, but for now I'm going to go work on the other side. Maybe I'll come over here in the snow a little bit more so you can keep doing what you were doing, Kai. I'm going to put my right leg on him. Hold. He's not moving away from that leg yet. There. Even though he was shaking his head and whatnot, you got to reward the smallest try, and he did finally move away from my leg there. I'm going to go back to that, put my leg on, ask it there. Little steps. Come back to it, put my leg on. Good. And now I'm going to bring him around this way. This is also a difference in bridles too, I guess, because I really liked the way that horse rode around in that bridle the first couple times I put her in it. And I have a different one. I have used this one quite a bit in this scenario on colts, but I seem to have better luck or better hands with the other one. I'm just going to get him to come through here. There. This way is way better, hey? So if she trots around like that, one more circle or two more circles, just come around. Maybe this time when you get over there somewhere, then stop her. And then when you go to stop her, just sit down. Ho. There. Man, that was really nice. And like I said, this week we're not really trying to push her too much. I mean, we are a little bit. I guess I threw something completely new at her. I put Kylie on her instead of me, but in a different saddle. But Kylie's a good rider. She's rode for a long time. She's usually pretty good with young horses. She's a very quiet rider with her legs and her hands. And like I said, sometimes too quiet, but that's better than the other way. She's got really good balance. She knows how to use her legs. She knows how to use her hands. What do you think, Kai? Is that fun? Is that okay? And like I said, we're just kind of exposing her to something different. Today I worked a little bit on him and just worked a little bit on moving away from my leg today. Do a little bit of get him to get off the bridle. Try not to do too much. Right there, I'm going to just go back and try to be soft with my hands. There. Better. Good boy. Right there. I really like that. Put my legs down. If they want to paw at the ground, I'll get after them for that. I don't. I actually really don't like that. So if I'm riding one, if I want to just sit there and stand there, he wants to buddy over to Money. So I'm just going to tell him, because you did that, we're going to kind of hustle around over here. Now Money got the benefit of not having someone else out here a whole bunch when she was getting started, but if they want to paw the ground and be anxious, ho. Then I'll just put them to work. So you must have too much energy. Try to, see right there? I'm going to try to just correct him and say, hey, no, I wanted to, well, we're just going to work through this for a minute. Try to go back to that. Don't like the way he was throwing his there. Just try to show him, like, if he's rooting his nose around and whatnot, then there's easier ways to, it's better it's less work if you'll there, just like that. And then we're just gonna sit here, bend them around a little bit. And that's gonna be the majority of today's ride. Let's try to teach him to, same thing I did on money. Like, look how nicely, as soon as Kylie asked her to stop and stand there, I mean, she just adjusted herself, but that's not walking off. That's just adjusting herself. Kylie, if you wanted, you could get off of her and uncinch her. Now see how, as soon as I told Kylie she could get off, what'd she do? She grabbed that rein around. If she wants to move, just stay where you are. There you go. She grabbed that rein around. She cheeked that horse around because that's the safe thing to do. That's the smart way to get off a young horse especially, but any horse. Yeah. If she wanted to, if you kicked her in the butt or something spooked her right there, and you happen to fall off or anything right there, you had her cheeked around like that, she's just going to turn around you. And like I said, I've instilled that in Kylie from day one. I've tried, and I've really, it's a safety thing. It's something that I think everybody should do, but a lot of people don't. And you see horses take off bucking and people falling and getting kicked out the back. And sometimes they get kicked in the face because they stand up and get kind of jerked around and the horse is bucking and kicking away from them. I've seen that. I've actually seen that personally, and it's gruesome. And it could be completely avoided just by that. What do you think? Well, anyways, folks, that's all for today. I'm really happy with how Money's doing. I am actually happy with how Leo's doing. Like I said, I gotta remind myself that he's only got 2 weeks of ride, and this is week 3, I guess, for him. But really, you gotta treat it, when they've had that much time off in between, then you gotta treat it like that you really didn't do a whole lot. You gotta go over, I should have probably even went over the basics a little bit more with him. I really should, and maybe tomorrow I'll be better at that. But I'm really happy with how both these young horses are doing. He's not bucking, he's not unsafe. So, huh? She's so cute. So yeah, until next time, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate anyone who watches and follows along. Hope you enjoy. And yeah, have a good day.